Hey, welcome back to Algebra 2 Easy. In this problem, we were given a function and we were told that x plus 2 is a factor of that function. And we're being asked to find the other factors. So a problem like this generally occurs when you can't use a calculator. Otherwise, we could just graph it and find the factors that way. In this problem, because you're told that it's a factor, you can use synthetic division to reduce the polynomial and find something easier to factor. So your first step is to take x plus 2 and set it equal to 0, and we get x equals negative 2. So negative 2 will be the number outside of my synthetic division box. And then across the top here are the list of coefficients from your function. And you're going to list them in descending order. So I have 1, 4, 1, and negative 6. I'm going to draw a vertical line now separating the last two numbers. This bottom right-hand corner box represents the remainder. So according to the theorem, because x plus 2 is a factor, we should get a remainder of 0. If you don't get 0 as the remainder, that just tells you you've done something wrong. So you need to figure out what that is and go back and fix it. So synthetic division, the first step is to drop that first term below the line. And if you remember, anything below the line gets multiplied by the value outside the box. So 1 times negative 2 gives me negative 2. And now we will add these values together. So 4 plus negative 2 gives me 2. So now we're going to take 2 times negative 2, and that gives me negative 4. And now we can add the 1 and the negative 4 to give me negative 3. One last multiplication, negative 3 times negative 2 gives me positive 6, and negative 6 plus 6 gives me 0. So if anything, this just verified that x plus 2 is a factor, and that's because the remainder is 0, and that's this theorem here, the factor theorem. Now, to find the other factors, we're going to take this reduced polynomial. Your original function was x cubed. Since we did synthetic division, and we're dividing here, we're reducing each exponent by 1. So now, instead of 1x cubed, we have 1x squared. And the 2 becomes plus 2x, and the negative 3 becomes minus 3. Now I have a much easier polynomial to work with, and I can factor that polynomial pretty quickly. What two values multiply to give me x squared? So how can you split it up evenly? X times x. And now I'm looking for two numbers that multiply to give me negative 3, but add to give me positive 2. That's going to be positive 3 and negative 1. So now you found your two new factors, and we have the original factor that was given to us. So I'm going to bring down that original factor, and now we have our answer to this question. Find all the factors. I hope this helps, and be sure to follow us for more.